It's also going to affect people who do porn on the top level.
Porn rap star. What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking Pain.
Now,
live on the stage, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a porn thing. Back to my rap shit, no cap shit, can't take shit. Just
actually good shit, man.
Your boys can't watch from the sideline. As I get mine like a rich tie. Don't get carried by the rock side. As I try to get my broke dance like apartheid.
We worship.
After you laughter, you fucking boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game, ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same. The only thing that changed, I got some grade in my mind.
I forgot to pull myself up. What's going on this week? It's time to smoke this over. Welcome to Smoke This Over, the episode, my episode for STO, the Smokers Lounge. How y'all doing? You know who's bringing you this wonderful episode. None other than, well, Pass That Apparel, SmokeKind.com, and SarahJCBDs.com. Please use promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off your next order. And don't forget to check out Pro Wrestling Smoke. The latest episode that I dropped was me reviewing the pro wrestling show that I watched in Arizona with Arizona Wrestling Federation. And don't forget to hit that QR code over there to go to the place where the conversation gets saucier, the titties pop out, dildos might pop out. You'll know what pop off unless you subscribe to Premium Smoke Room. So what's going on, people? I know it's been a while since I've done Smoke This Over. I've been going through a lot of changes lately. First of all, my Twitter page got hacked. Tried to get a new Twitter page twice. Both times got suspended. Found out that I had a Twitter page that is up that I ain't been using called Bull City Pro W. But because I'm so scared to follow any porn stars, because I'm afraid they might try to say that's spam too, only thing I'm following is wrestlers. So if you looking for the something, the podcast, whatever, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And it's crazy that, plus also dealing with X videos, paperwork situation. I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. And what's frustrating is that when I try to reach out to my partner, just need 6 models. It's like it's a headache for him to do it. And all he has to do is take a picture of the model release, the 2257, and a picture of the ID. And I kind of hate that I wasn't in position to house my paperwork and was dependent upon him, because it's funny how he could easily call me to come do a shoot for him and know that I'm retired. But when I asked him to get paperwork so I could be able to continue to make money with one of these sites, crickets. So the way that I feel, and I love him to death, don't call me to do a shoot. Any shoots that I do moving forward, I would not involve him. Because whenever you needed me, I was ready. Seems like whenever I need you, it's hesitation. So it's all good. I still love my boy, but I probably won't have the X videos anymore. As long as the other sites ain't messed with, I'm cool. Even if I lose them, I'll figure out a way to make money always, But that's why I hate sometimes when you have partners, the sentiment is not always returned. You know how many times I pulled him in on so much shit that I ain't have to. How many times I asked him, look, these are scenes that you can use. I want to use these scenes separate. But yet those scenes end up on his shit. Never complained. Been times where he brought people. Didn't tell me he would bring anybody. He just showed up with people. not taking into account whether the model is comfortable with somebody sitting in or not. Didn't even ask. Never complained, never fussed. Only thing I asked, and this is the third time I asked this man within 5 years. Yo, man, can you send me like some of the, the paperwork so I can go ahead and get these motherfuckers off my ass? Mind you, he got sites too. So, I mean, he might, if he hear this, he can be mad on the fuck he want to. Dude, you showing me that this partnership was very one-sided. And it shows me that I can't come to you for help. But you quick to call me to come be your dick for one of these shoots that ends up never happening. And I'm always down to come fuck with you and work with you. And all I asked was to get some paperwork. 6 models. Not all of them, just 6. Even told him the 6. He ain't got the time. So I ain't got the time for him. So, and I've been seeing a lot of bullshit happening in the game, in the porn game, a lot of beefs, a lot of crazy shit that's been going on. And I'm starting to think that if you are mentally challenged, I don't think you should be in this business. And some females, yeah, I get it, because, in the case of Pixel LaRue, she's autistic. She has autism. But she functions at a high level. You have people that don't have autism, can't even function at a high level in this business. It's just funny that I just be honest with you. Some motherfuckers just don't need to be in this business, man. Ever since the content creation, and I tell everybody, I hate the content creation era. You want to know why? I get it. Y'all get to keep y'all content. Y'all get to take power back that was taken from you. But you know what's funny? Y'all fuckers are fucking up my business. Y'all fuckers is doing some of the dumbest shit in the world. Half y'all females try to find an easy way to the money, but find out after a while it ain't that easy. Y'all complain about male talents, but then the ones that complain about male talents, y'all females are some of the shadiest bitches I ever seen. I don't see how the hell you gonna point the finger at the male talents, because y'all do the same shit they do. One female, I was so shocked that I heard her ass. After I heard this, so much shit she dealt with, she ends up showing up at Zaga, Chicago, and calls the whole stunt fest, but then claimed to be a victim. And as soon as they told me that something happened, somebody was cutting up in the lobby and the city, I said the name. They said, yeah, that's it. Sometimes females can't get out of their own way to be successful in this business. Because the problem is, these motherfuckers are too goddamn emotional. Now, I'm talking about the women. Y'all know I talk about the men just as much as I talk about the women. But today, it's about the ladies. Y'all come in entitled. Y'all expect to make a shitload of money. And y'all think y'all the shit. What? Because you had a bunch of dudes in your neighborhood say you can suck a dick? Everybody in the throat go. Everyone swear it down that they're making a shitload of money. The people that were screaming making 6 figures, we don't hear that no more, do we? We don't even see them. I told people the key to this business is over time. It takes time to make this money. I hear so many females talking about the male talents. I hear the male talents complaining about the females. But the problem is that if y'all motherfuckers was more professional and thought with more of a business mind, y'all wouldn't have shit to complain about. Even from my experience in Phoenix, take away Curious Tiffy. That dumb fucking bitch, Zoe Rail, yeah, I called your fucking name on my podcast. I blocked her phone number. You gonna cancel 2 hours before the shoot, and you the one that pulled me into the shoot. You sit here on my goddamn podcast. Oh, I would love to shoot with you. We can set up a shoot the night before the shoot. Oh, we can hook up at 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I hit you up. you pass on the shoe. I know why you passed on the shoe. Let's have a real conversation, Shell. Because and nothing against gay people before I say this, your gay ass goddamn husband who is using porn to find him some dick to suck was upset because he couldn't suck mine. Because I told y'all, you can touch it, you can guide it to your woman's pussy in your mouth. You can be nose close to my dick, but if it touch your mouth, I will dog walk you. It ain't gonna be a good way. I have boundaries. And for what I can tell, they don't respect boundaries. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna find a bunch of bisexual guys that wouldn't mind fucking her dumb ass and letting his whack ass suck a dick. And by the way, I'm warning all male towns that deal with them. If you're a straight man, they're not going to shoot with you because he can't suck your dick. And see, because of that mentality, that's why that dumb bitch ain't going to go nowhere but be stuck in fucking Arizona. I don't give a fuck how many times you go to Barcelona, how much money you got. You'll never be a fucking star because you too busy wanting to make sure your man has the ability to swallow another man's dick. You ain't gonna go far. You and that goddamn punk ass motherfucker you call a husband. And if I happen to see y'all at convention, walk the other way. Don't even think to look in my direction. Because I ain't got shit to say to you. Not anything kind. But then she be the first one to scream, oh, they flaked on me, flaked on me. Well, bitch, you flake on motherfucker that won't let your man suck a dick. This past trip on the boy side reminded me why I'm retired. Because I get tired. I got tired of dealing with the okie doke bullshit that women do. Y'all complain about male towns. They can't keep it hard. This, that, and third. You got a motherfucker over here that goddamn can keep it fucking hard, but you didn't want to shoot with him. When you had opportunity to shoot with him, you fucked it up. Or you flaked. And two, it's just a lie. Because to me, my biggest pet peeve is don't pull me out of my comfort zone for bullshit. Don't convince me to come out of retirement and we don't do it. Bubbling Betty and Virgo dumb bitch did that shit. This dumbass bitch did the shit. That's why I don't want to come out of retirement. I don't want to unretire. Why? Because they're not worth my dick. Y'all bitches ain't worth my dick. Y'all ain't worth my headache. Y'all ain't worth my time. I didn't even get a proper dick suck when I was in Arizona. Because at the end of the day, I am a serious guy when it comes to this business, any business. And I have certain business ethics that I would not break for anybody. I've never faked on anybody. Never. Always ready to roll. Until I also learned it's not cute being drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the reason why, because I see why people say don't drink on set. You know what I'm saying? Because the simple fact of you can't function. You can't function. Now, is there a cute drunk? Yeah. Like my girl Venice, she was cute drunk. She couldn't, it's like I said, it's when you smoke weed, you drink, yeah, shit happens. But the difference is Venice didn't come into the building drunk. And it was my mistake because I should have went ahead and did the interview before we started sipping. And it settled in. You feel me? But here's the point. But here's the point, though. She gave me a 30-minute interview. She showed up. QOS tip, yeah, she was a little tippy. She was very tipsy. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said again, Venice is drunk and Tip drunk with two different drunks. Trust me on that. But I at least give Tip props. She still showed up. Now we didn't get the shoot done. We still showed up. So I still got love for her. Venice, I got love for her. You know what I'm saying? If trust me, she didn't get too drunk, we would have had a ball. Because I was tipsy myself. But, I ain't a lightweight. And two, ladies, if you're going to drink and you know you're going to drink, eat before you drink. Drink on a full stomach. The reason why is because it's able to absorb the alcohol and you won't get but so drunk. And both ladies, I made sure they were straight, didn't take advantage of them, make sure they were good. Because I'm a gentleman. I ain't like y'all dumb fuckers who would probably try to fuck them while they drunk. Because I don't want to fuck nobody while they drunk. Why? Because they can say that I took advantage of them. They can say I want them to remember the sex. But I had a good time with Biz, Missy D, QS Tiffy. Shouts out to Cam Bull Bang and his crew, you know what I'm saying? And that content house, which I enjoy going to. Wish I could have stayed longer, but I had to go to a wrestling event. But the thing about it is, I hear ladies complain about talents, but sometimes y'all just as bad as the talent. You understand? In no way I'm putting Tiff or Venice in their conversation. No. Like I said, with Tip, my friend has a lot to deal with. Especially the day after our shoot, when she went and shot with some white boy who, let's just say, really fucked her head up. And I'm going to say this again because I said on the podcast. Whoever the fuck that motherfucker is, I hope your dick fall off, you piece of shit. To have her that fucked up in the head, I don't give a fuck. Our shoot didn't go down. She don't deserve that. No woman deserves that. No woman deserves to feel that way. And that's facts. Not only that, and then also, like I said, with Venice, I had a good time with Biz. We get some good pictures, the whole nine. I'm so looking forward to see her again. I just know next time, slow it down on the drinking. so she won't be so drunk. You know what I'm saying? But I had fun with both ladies. As well as Missy Deep. I really enjoyed being around her. She was a whole lot of fun. But in that Zoe Rails, you and your husband, y'all gonna end up being blackballed. I see it coming. Because his dumb ass gonna try to convince a straight man to do some gay shit, and you're gonna get your ass dog walked in front of your bitch. So there you go. So I had to get that off my chest. Everybody in Arizona got love for me. That's a real bitch. Yeah, and I said bitch. And y'all get mad at me all you want to. Yeah, you left me high and dry, and you the one that asked me for the shoot. You a bitch. And that is not alleged. Now, like I said, I will be going Saturday to the Odyssey Lounge. It's a swinger club in North Carolina. Finally found one. Me and Mama Milk will be there Saturday night. We're going to check it out. Actually, I haven't actually talked to the owner. He's looking to start a podcast himself, so I might get the opportunity to, talk to him, and we might could work together. But I'm always down for helping people start podcasts. I'm always down with giving people knowledge. I'm always down to help people, especially if I'm knowledgeable in a certain business. I'm not going to give you advice on something that I don't know or I haven't done. I ain't these dumbass YouTubers. How am I going to give you advice on marriage? You never been married. How am I going to give you advice on a relationship? I ain't never been in a relationship. So what I talk about, I do know politics. I do know pro wrestling. I do know Carolina basketball, but that's another conversation. And I know podcasts, and I goddamn know porn. I don't sit to pretend like I can tell you how to get a woman. No, I can tell you what you can say to her to make her feel good. See, a lot of these content creators, YouTubers, what have you, they try to be knowledgeable in things that they really have no knowledge in. And, of course, the public falls for it. Like I said, this is the conversation tonight, right? All of them are a bunch of TikTokers and YouTubers, and I love the show. But what advice they really giving? It's more for entertainment. But people go there to actually get advice, which is amazing. Never gets Kidda Rose, but Kidda Rose, you can't tell me about getting married. You can't tell me about a relationship. All you telling me is what my auntie done said, my grandma done said, my mama done said. You ain't saying nothing new. You didn't reinvent the wheel. But like I said, we in this era where everybody's looking for somebody to tell them how to think and how to feel. That's not my job to tell you what to think. It's not my job to tell you how to feel. My job is to entertain you, to talk to you, present good conversation, even have a debate, and bring balance. Because, yeah, I might talk shit about women in porn, but I talk just as much shit about men in porn. This is not Kevin Samuels. Y'all thought Kevin Samuels was a fucking genius. No, he weren't a genius. He's just a dude that talked to a bunch of rich dudes that told him what we already know. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that rich niggas got more opportunity. They can get their hands on more higher quality women. But once again, we live in the era of I want to be told. Not let me think on my own. Let me have critical thinking. Let me have individual thought. No, I want to have a hive mind. I believe anything can fall for everything. But I don't stand for shit. That is what this era is. I was watching my nephew Adam Muckler. I love him. I would love to interview him one day. He's a political YouTuber, and he be digging in Scott Jennings' ass. And Scott can't handle it. And I'm going to tell you, Scott Jennings is the perfect example. Let's go political. Scott Jennings is the perfect example of what I mean. He'll sit there and he is for entertainment. Do not take any advice from this dumb fucker. Because one, he's not the government no more, and he ain't done shit since Bush. I just love how the Republicans love saying, do you want Iran to have a nuclear bomb? Do you want Iran to have a nuclear bomb? No, but we didn't want to go to war with them fuckers neither. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. This short war has been going on for what, over 60 days. You say you depleted their military. Let me explain to y'all what deplete military means. They don't have any. If they still got speedboats that can shoot at boats, they still have a military, Scott. If the uranium that makes the nuclear bomb is still on Iranian soil, they still have nuclear capability. What did y'all accomplish? But if you sit there and listen to Fox News and all the Republicans and all the conservatives who want $25 billion more for a war that nobody wanted, a war that nobody needed, no one asked for. We're looking like Russia right now with Ukraine. That war ain't no close to it being over. And Russia, apparently, as strong as they is, they cannot topple Ukraine. We got a blockade, but they got destroyed Hormuz. And then they said, no, we're going to cripple them. We're going to cripple them economically and so forth. But cripple them. How are you going to cripple them economically? They do oil too. And they're Islamic. They ain't scared to die.
I found my shoes. Sorry.
They ain't scared to fight to the end of the earth, to the end of time. Oh, by the way, it's not the Iranian people that is running the Iranian government. It's, but what's what I'm looking for? It's this supreme, whatever the hell he is. I told where the fuck he is. They don't even know if he's alive or dead. It was funny how Adam kept saying, name one political secession that y'all got done. Scott couldn't name one, but he damn sure wanted to cuss that young boy out. Get your finger out my face. You don't know. It's past your bedtime. No, it's past your bedtime, old ass motherfucker. Because you keep saying the same shit over and over and over and over again. Trump says the same thing over and over again. And see, the problem is that, once again, he got voted in. See, I ain't had a chance to really talk about the war. Or to me, Obama had him straight. Trump fucked it up. But to y'all MAGA motherfuckers, you GOP, and apparently black folk who's apparently, we just love Trump for some apparent reason. We love Trump. Trump is a nigger. Cause now y'all act like he's one of us. Y'all literally act like he's one of us, like he's black. No, he's orange. Then I see for the third time in 2 years, Trump, another assassination attempt. You can't make this up, people. See, I'm going to tell you what's funny, right? Trump is going to go down the most hated president in American history. Trump is trying to do so much shit in these 4 years because he wants to be remembered and he wants to set his family up financially. He put his name on everything. Now, I don't know if I even want to get a passport because do I have to look at this ugly motherfucking mug when I give my passport? I'm still trying to figure out what the purpose of real ID, but I digress. And everybody is so shocked. Oh, I can't believe Trump went to war. I can't believe he's making it unaffordable. He told y'all what he was going to do. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's funny. People don't even understand what a tariff was. How all these right-wing, red pill podcasters didn't understand what the tariff is, but my black ass know what a tariff is. I knew what a tariff was when I was 16. It's called civil class. Maybe some of y'all motherfuckers didn't go to class. Civil, science, wherever the fuck it was. It actually told you what a tariff was. I knew what a tariff was when I went and met Jesse Helms and David Price when I was 19 in Washington, D.C. How is it that once again we don't read? You want to Google AI, chat GPT, chat CPT, well, all that shit. Cause I just found it funny. He didn't satisfy y'all lust with the Epstein file. Now he went to war. And you wonder when he went to war? 2 reasons. Israel and distraction. Because we ain't talked about the Epstein file. But not only that, there's other thing you gotta think about. Smoke this over. He has no end strategy. He didn't take into account the Strait of Hormuz. Trump thought we're going to bomb them and they're just going to fall over. Y'all didn't realize it took 2 times going into Iraq to take down Saddam. And we supposed to be looking for bin Laden. He thought, oh yeah, we decimated. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how you gonna say they have no military when they have boats with guns on them. How you say they ain't got no military and they got mines in the water? Make it make sense. And then, of course, the voting rights. The decision that the Supreme Court brought down, right? Wow. Once again, why are y'all surprised? It's 6 conservatives versus 3 liberals. Project 2025? Anyone? Take back the rights that was given to the minority and establish white dominance. Now, it's funny they said you cannot redistrict based on race or off of race, because that's what they were basically saying. You can't do it based off of race. But ain't that the reason why the Republicans are redistricting to get them extra seats in the House? Because they're worried about the major black hubs. If you look at all the states they're trying to do the shit on the Republican side, it's a major black city in that state. Do I think the Democrats should do it? But see, I'm going to tell you how dumb the government is and these senators. It's not going to change anything if they don't vote for you, including your own. You can redistrict all you want to. If more motherfuckers vote for the other motherfucker, it makes no difference. You can't stop the will of the people. I don't understand why you can stack the deck all you want to. If more Democratic people come out and vote, and more of the Republicans vote on the Democratic side, then what was the point? Y'all already lost in some of the states that you redistricted in the lower elections. The only reason why the Democrats ain't got more, they ain't got more favorite Democrats because we don't have an identified leader yet. We don't have a front runner. Once we get a front runner, watch what happens. And see, I told somebody this. Whether you liberal or conservative, it doesn't matter. Gay or not, there's something in your arsenal that you're conservative about or will have a conservative view to. We all are liberal, we all are conservative. But see, the problem is that this conservative and liberal is based off of religion. It's not based off of moral, because the morality is based off religion. Am I lying? What makes a person conservative? Let's look at conservative views. What is conservative views? Based off the Bible. What is liberal views? You go against the teaching or the thought of the conservative views of the Bible. You have liberals that are Christians that feel that, yes, gay people should have rights. You have conservative Christians that feel that women will have rights. But you have liberals who feel that a transgender woman should not use the woman's bathroom. You have conservatives that feel the same way. And you have some conservatives that feel the opposite. We all have some type of conservative view. But you shouldn't vote off because I'm conservative. I'm going to vote conservative. Because I'm liberal, I'm going to vote liberal. No, you vote for the best candidate. You want to know why the country's fucked up? Because y'all vote for party. Y'all don't vote for the best candidate. Let's be real. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, Democrats voted for Trump. Black people did it. We all know why. We talking about this election coming up. Because I guarantee you, it's going to be two men. There ain't going to be no woman. It might be women that are going to try to run. Democrat and Republicans not going to put a woman as the front runner. That's not happening. Like I said, we all, like me, I don't like seeing dudes with nail polish. That's a conservative view. I don't knock them for doing it, but that shit don't look manly to me. But if that's your taste, that's your taste. I don't feel a man. I don't believe in skinny jeans. That shit look feminine as fuck. That's a conservative view. We all conservative about something. And we all are liberal about something. Because even the most Christian of Christian has one thing they're liberal about. You want to know why? How many Christians drink? By the way, the Bible never said you can't smoke weed. Actually, the Bible actually mentioned roots, but that's another conversation for another day. How many Christians you know drink? Right? That's liberal. Does that mean they're less of a Christian? Does that mean that they don't love God? See, to be honest with you, me, conservative and liberal is a construct. I mean, they're going to sound crazy to some people, but it is. At one time, I was Republican. And actually, I don't think I ever was a Democrat. I probably identify as a Democrat now as an adult. But when I was growing up, I was a Republican. But my granddad said, I don't give a damn what party you are. Pick the right motherfucker for the job. My granddad was Republican, and every time voted against Jesse Helms, who was a Republican goddamn senator. You can't get no more racist than him. And trust me, you thought Trump was bad. Imagine he became president. Actually, him and Trump probably the best of friends. But But the point I'm trying to make is that we need to hold our own accountable. And that's what I hate about Scott Jennings. That's what I hate about a lot of these Republicans. They'll talk all the shit. They'll throw shit at Biden and Kamala Harris, all that. But then if Trump does something or anybody do anything, they defend it. They find a way to defend it. It ain't because they feel that it was morally right. It's not because they feel that it made sense. No, it's personal benefit, but it has nothing to do with benefiting us, the American people. I want you to think about that for a second. Because when I sit back out and look at it, right, and then I'm going to discuss Megan The Stallion. I think the problem with the United States is that we really smell our own shit. We really believe our own hype. I mean, it's crazy as fuck that the FCC, off of a joke, is trying to shut down a station. Whoever become president, if it's Democrat, I would fire the head of the FCC first day. Here we go. I mean, it's crazy how people use political power to get gains, recently prosecute enemies. And we keep screaming what the forefathers thought. George Washington said no kings. They were about to make this dude the king of America. George Washington said, no, I'm a president and I don't want to be king. There should not be no kings. Even the king of England was like, you need checks and balances. Y'all do realize the king of England does not run England. The parliament do. He's a figurehead. The prime minister runs England. Prince Charles like talk to the head, the head of the army, be like, why are you calling me? Give me the prime minister. I don't need to talk to no goddamn king. Fuck you gonna do? You can't even start a war, nigga. You just a big head. Baby, he said, checks and balances. But see, the problem is when one party has the government, there's no checks and balances. And see, I keep saying this. If y'all want to change what's going on, first, y'all got it. I know y'all would hate to hear this, whether you're Republican, independent or not. You kind of need to vote Democrat. Because do you think this is going to stop after 2 years if they stay in power? I'm ready for it to be at least one of the branches goddamn Democratic. Because the simple fact of that, guaranteed by next week, gas will be $5. I don't want to discuss how everything is price has been raised. Inflation, they screaming recession coming. But see, the problem is that once again, these dumb fuckers thought they're gonna get a stimulus check. They thought Trump won't go get in the war. And I'm gonna be with you. People thought we were gonna get more money, more jobs. Even though I hate to tell y'all this, AI taking over everything. They're having a whole court case over AI. 2 AI companies is fighting. You know how much fighting with another AI company because he's pissed because his AI company ain't making the money the other AI companies make. You can't make this up. Y'all worried about coal. Y'all ain't, it's gonna come a point where they don't need humans to mine the coal. Y'all don't want to change up. Y'all don't want to learn a new profession. Y'all don't want to do any of this shit. The problem with conservativeness is that conservatives don't want to move forward. You can be conservative and still move forward. The problem is y'all want to stay where you at because you're comfortable. Right now, y'all sitting here crying, and all this shit. Y'all listen to CNN, y'all listen to Fox, shit, YouTube, all this shit. But ain't a goddamn thing y'all can do about it until November. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And even with November, the only thing you're doing is keeping them from doing certain things because they keep talking about Dole save money, but then I go look, okay, why do we need a new ballroom? It was about a secure place to have the correspondent dinner to where you ain't got to worry about some dude running past the Secret Service, which makes me wonder, did the Secret Service? No, that's okay. Let's have a real conversation. I think that's the reason why everyone thinks it's a hoax, because how would this dude able to get through Secret Service? And once again, it's the third time someone tried. And I swear, like I said before, and I'll say it again. We as a country, we're heading towards idiocracy. Remember that movie, Idiocracy? We're heading towards that. Higher consciousness ain't coming no time soon. Because until Americans think less of a hive mind, less tribalism, critical thinking, critical thought, not regurgitating shit that you think will help you make money and get these white people to spend money on you. And I'll be a black conservative. I'm a white conservative. I'm a Christian. But then in the case of Anthony Daniels, where being black is a construct, so is being a Christian. Because you don't see, here's the difference. You choose to be a Christian. You don't choose to be black. Then I guess you're basically saying that you're not human. Because really, if you wanted to actually say it right, I'm a human first, Christian second, then black. But truth be, you're a human that's black that happens to be a Christian. That's why it says call. That's why you have to choose God. When they say choose, you have a choice. Exile Hedgepeth, once again, the Crusades, he's saying Bible scriptures. I am strong in my faith as a Christian. So you basically saying that y'all attacking them because they're Muslim? Well, it's about the nuclear weapon. And here's the other part. Okay, I get they're a terrorist country, but Russia has a nuke. Y'all ain't trying to stop Russia from having nuclear capabilities. I don't see y'all come after China, North Korea, or even Israel to a certain extent. See, if they really want to do something, everybody come together and they would destroy their nuclear weapons. But no, they ain't gonna do it. Because the problem is, American people, I keep saying this, we are in the middle of a rich man's pissing match. Say it again. A rich man's pitching match, because all the senators are what? Rich. President, rich. I told you, you got to wake up. It's not about Republican, Democrat. It ain't about liberal, conservative. It's about haves, have-nots. That has not changed throughout history. Classism always will be here to the end of time. Until that ends, we're here. So, then I have a lot of activity at the house today. So
I was upstairs doing something. I had no chicken on my
yes. Hold on one second. We'll be right back. Let me take a small break. Yeah, so I had to take a break for a second. I had to take care of some important stuff and everything. But like I was saying, I think I did enough with the political talk. So let's talk about Megan The Stallion and Clay. Because I've been hearing all about this. I done chit-chatted about it on the other podcast, but I haven't really did my dissection of it. And the interesting thing about it is, this is what I want ladies to think about. We can sit here. I'm trying to see how I want to come at this. Now, okay, I ain't trying to miss my words. Okay, it's like this. I keep saying this, that ladies need low-profile niggas. And the biggest problem is, and what I mean by low profile is that Megan keeps trying to date high-profile guys, celebrities, athletes, what have you. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, I don't think Megan is ready for a relationship. The reason why I say that is because of this, because this is what I hate about this generation. She could have just left it at me and him broke up. We parted ways. Simple as that. He cheated. She said the same thing about Partisan. We had the situation with Clay that he's supposed to cheat and couldn't and didn't want to be monogamous. Now, the question that you should ask yourself is, why is all these men? I say I'm a Megan The Stallion fan. The reason why these guys are not trying to stay with Megan is, one, the type dude she keep running into, and two, good men, we pay attention to how y'all break up with your exes. It's no different than a producer that sees a female talent drag a male talent on Twitter, or a male producer. They might have beef. Him and that male producer might have beef. He might laugh his ass off like, yeah, get with that motherfucker, get some bitch. But in the back of his mind, like, wait a second. What if that happened to me? Guys look at how she did Partisan, how she is doing Clay. Now I know y'all women is gonna sit there and say he deserved it because he cheated and but she didn't have to put that on Front Street. She put it on Front Street because she wanted to weaponize her fan base. She want that comfort food, the likes and comments. Clay didn't want to be monogamous. I understand y'all say, well, he brought around her family. And women don't want to hear that part. And dude would bring the side bitch around the family. I had a whole uncle that had a wife at home, and we going to Baltimore, and the side chick is in the goddamn passenger seat. Stop playing. And grandma and granddaddy was in the back. They ain't say shit. I'm like, hey, that's change. Let's make that clear. We don't hold that to regard. No. Only women look at it as me introducing you to my dad is important. So one, let's take that off the table. Well, I think I know a lot of people gonna say, well, Clay is a cheater, he fucks a lot of bitches, this and third. We can sit have a conversation about, oh, he's rich and he has options and all that. No, it ain't that he's rich or have options, because shit, a broke nigga got options. Yeah, I said it. A broke nigga can have options. No, he don't want to be in a traditional relationship. And I guarantee you this is a conversation I had before. Now the room is, she saw a text message. I saw that on YouTube. I ain't get a chance to watch that video yet. Told me the allegations of why. But once again, people saying, well, why did we give a fuck? And that's their relationship. We don't know what happened. Because she put it out there. I can't comment on something I don't know about. I can't comment on something I ain't hear about. I can't talk about it. You feel me? She sat there and told the whole world they broke up, and then came back and told them why. It wasn't the world's business. But then you wonder why you can't keep a man, because we look at that like, well, then damn, what if we have an argument? Not, I cheated. Just a simple argument. Are you going to go on the internet and tell the world? Let's not talk about how many times your ass was pissy ass drunk in the club out this motherfucker. I had to deal with that shit. See, women don't say what he had to deal with. They'll tell you what they had to deal with. But what about him? What did he deal with? Being drunk is not cute all the time. Sorry. It's like y'all love putting y'all relationships on Front Street. I get you doing the shit behind the scenes of your concerts, at the music videos, interviews. But why the fuck do I need to see you cook for your man, bitch? Seem like you trying to get clout. Or both of y'all, because I think Crave did some video too. You put the picture, y'all hands together, this, that, and the third. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that your relationship need to be a celebrity. Some things are meant to be between y'all two. Because that's not genuine love. Then I heard Nicki Minaj supposedly, allegedly, MAGA Nicki. Okay, let's just keep it. Ever since she did the appearance with Trump, it's been rough for her lately, ain't it? I think Nicki Minaj might need to rethink being newly conservative. Which proves my point, everyone's got something conservative about him. Because y'all didn't think she was that conservative. Supposedly, Kenneth Petty is now living in Jamaica, Queens. And supposedly cheated on her with a chick. Oh, I was going to say, why did he cheat on Nicki Minaj? Well, I know the red pill gonna say, well, because she makes all the money, and knowing Nicki Minaj, she's gonna tell him that he ain't shit, so he feel that as a man, he gets his manhood back by cheating. No, he had an opportunity to get some goddamn pussy. If that was the case, and interesting how breakups, the first thing y'all go to is cheat. Not that they just probably are growing apart. They're not happy in the marriage. Why is automatically cheat? I mean, Nicki Minaj didn't come out and say he cheated. I don't think she would if he did. I don't think she would if he did. But let's just play with that. Let's see if he did. Why? See, I keep saying this. Y'all look at these celebrity marriages. Now, I understand this. The bars, whoever the fuck their names are, they're happy because they didn't like him. But then again, I mean, what did she expect from a pedophile? I'm just saying. What did she expect from a pedophile? You cat for this nigga. Yo, damn near lost your career over this nigga. And there you go. Because the reason why I say that, so people can understand this, is that do I think he might have cheated? Okay, it probably, I'd say 51%. But I think 49% is it wasn't a cheat. I think what it is they're tired of each other. And two, I truly believe he had an issue with Nicki doing the MAGA shit. See, y'all don't realize how much politics can break up a marriage. Y'all, first thing, because he's a dusty ass nigga, and she Nicki Minaj, the first thing y'all go to cheating. But maybe it was because she became MAGA Nicki. Maybe because she wasn't defending him no more about his pedophile shit, because they said something to him about that. I didn't see Kenneth Petty on that stage, did you? I saw Nicki. It's a very good possibility that politics played a factor in them two breaking up. Might even play the factor in him cheating. Because I keep saying it's the key to a relationship is how you adjust to how your mate changes. Part of that is political. When he was fucking her, she was Democratic. After Papa Bear was born, a second. You mean you down with Trump? This is like the equivalent of the David Chappelle skit with the blind racist black dude left his wife because she's a nigga lover. You can't make this up. And I think that what might have been the case of their breakup. It wouldn't surprise me it came out that, yeah, it was because of her choice of political sides. She might have started being around Trump, started acting a little different around the house. But I can tell everybody, we're in the age, I hate to tell y'all this, you're going to see a lot of marriages that don't last. You're going to see a high divorce rate because people figuring out, I ain't got to stay with this motherfucker. You ain't going to see it like grandma and granddaddy because this is a different era. You're going to see niggas get divorced. You're going to see women get divorced. You know how many women that gotten porn after a divorce? How many men after a divorce? Swinging after a divorce? BDSM after a divorce? Because a lot of these marriages, they're not happy. They're sexually deprived, emotionally deprived, and mentally scarred. It takes a strong bond between a man and a woman for it to last to death do its part. And I'm talking about old. Yeah, y'all both in y'all 90s, still married. You ain't gonna see that too often. You ain't gonna see that much. Obama been married once. Trump been divorced and remarried. So if your president has been through it, why is not surprised that it's a high divorce rate in America? Duh. Because see, what changed was one, social media. What changed to more knowledge of alternatives and alternative lifestyles. And three, I don't have to put up with your bullshit. You got women screaming they want to do that make this much money. You got a dude over here that want a woman to be a certain type of woman. Y'all end up finding them and then end up divorcing them in 3 months, in 3 years. He ended up cheating. That way it's funny when I sit here and say swinging marriages last longer than traditional marriages is because they're not trying to live traditional. Now, is there lifestyle that's conservative as fuck? Hell yeah. But they understand the value and the sanctity of a marriage. They just fuck over people. And see, I get when people say about Megan The Stallion that, well, I mean, she talk about fucking other dudes. She talk about this. She talk about that. Do I believe Megan Thee Stallion deserves to be loved? Yeah. But I keep saying this. You have to be ready, willing, prepared mentally, emotionally, and within your being to accept love. Yeah, your life got to be ready for a relationship. And her life ain't. You're going to want to know why? She's still chasing. He's not ready for a marriage. He's still hooping. When you're chasing the bag, you're married to the bag. You're not married to the person. Because even if it worked out at some point, Craig gonna get tired because she's gone. She's in the wind. You got to find a man that can handle that. It's not about what you want. It's what that person can handle dealing with you. I talk to some ladies. I don't believe in arguing. I don't like to argue. There's some women that love to argue. I don't like to argue because I know that the shit, if it gets a back and forth, yeah, I got a slick mouth, but you probably got one too. No, I don't want to get to that. I really have a conversation. If it's that to that, let me walk the fuck off and calm the fuck down. But see, the problem is some of you women, because y'all so argumentative and don't believe in a conversation, and don't want to take accountability. When a woman getting with me is accountability. If I fucked up, I'm going to apologize. Wait, take the dick. Wait. I bring you to the table? Yeah, I have depression. I am a little high-headed from time to time, sometimes. I am poly. I'm into poly. I'm into swing. And you won't be the last one I fuck. But you have, and I would like to watch you get fucked. I mean, the BDSM. You get what I'm saying? So this is what females got to deal with if they date me. I didn't say one time what the fuck I'm looking for. Because if they can handle all that, then yeah, you what I'm looking for. Same thing for women. You say I'm a bullshit. Okay, that means you're going to be gone working. You're going to be working long hours. You ain't going to hardly be home. You ain't a bitch that going to cook off a goddamn time. You got an attitude. Your periods are dreadful. But then you want a certain type dude, but that certain type dude can't handle your motherfucking ass. But y'all quick to say what the fuck y'all want. Seems to me that Nicki Minaj might want to give herself a white man that is a conservative GOP. She might need to go date with a Will Kane type nigga. Because Kevin Petty is a Democratic nigga. Anton Daniels available. He said his wife can let him fuck whatever, but he's a Christian and he's a saint. There you go. See, the problem is, and like I said again, is that we don't want to turn the mirror on ourselves. We don't want to look at what we are giving to the people that are trying to date us. Because sometimes you might be the goddamn problem. Maybe you fucking stallion ass, wherever the hell y'all call yourself, maybe Megan is the problem. Maybe Nicki is the problem. Maybe Cardi is the drama. And to the dude side, I keep it balanced. Offset. Yeah. I don't need to say no more. Stephon Diggs. That's just Cardi. Nicki seems to pick weak ass niggas. Or corny ass niggas, you see. Sometimes it's the woman. Either you got terrible taste in men, or you just a terrible partner. Because you don't take into account what it takes to deal with you. Whatever the case say, I don't want to date the bus driver, but here's the thing, the bus driver may not want to date you. You might be too much for him to deal with. We want peace. We want peace. We want our woman to compliment us, not compete with us. We want our woman to be our calm in the midst, to be the eye in the midst of a hurricane, to be the calm within the storm. I shouldn't have to argue with you every motherfucking day. At the same token, that woman should have to argue with the nigga every goddamn day because we supposed to be their peace. We supposed to be their serenity. I ain't say you gotta be a broke ass nigga. You can't be a broke ass nigga. But you shouldn't have to be the richest nigga to give her riches. Because some things is worth more than money. Think about that. So I'm done. I had to stop, record. I got to do some editing to put this together before I drop it. I'll be dropping these on Tuesdays. If it's not a Smoke This Over, it will be an interview episode. I'm revamping the schedule. I'm trying to do less recording so I can have more time to rest and do admin work because I'm only one man, people. I'm only one person. You feel me? Just one person. I'm a one man stop. I edit. I promote. I have to book the interviews. I have to make the schedule for the other podcasts that I co-host within the Premium Smoke Room. So please hit that QR code so you can check out the place where the conversation gets saucy. The titties pop out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe. 4 wonderful podcasts for you to enjoy, plus special episodes such as Project Content House and the VIP Smoke Room, which actually I got 2 dropping in-person interviews from the VIP Smoke Room dropping this month because it should be May 4th or what have you. And also, people, I'm actually going to record a special episode, which I'm going to for May the 4th be with you for Star Wars. I got to figure out when though, but I got to do it actually sooner than later. But I am going to do that because the simple fact of that, you know, I love Star Wars, and I ain't even get a chance to talk about it on this episode. So y'all might get 2 episodes for Tuesday. You feel me? Hold on, let me take a look into it. Well, actually, we are gonna get one for Monday and get this on Tuesday. So at some point, I will record that and to be on. So with that being said, I got. Oh, don't forget Pro Wrestling Smoke. I got a episode dropping. They drop Thursday. You feel me? And if you're not subscribed to Premium Smoke Room, but you want to hear what it's like to be in the Premium Smoke Room, 2 of our podcasts, Friday, Deep in Them Guts with Queen Bunny B. Saturday, The Chronicles of a Spit Queen. Audio on all the platforms, what have you. And please listen to me on Good Pods. Try to get my shit back up. Please please follow, you know what I'm saying? Comment. Same thing on Spotify, same thing on YouTube, same thing on Apple Podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I got some shit popping. There you go. So with that being said, I gotta go. I got things to do. I got another episode that I gotta record. You know I stay working. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this